People are sheltering in place, others being told to get ready to leave now that this brush fire here is rapidly spreading right now.
Yeah, this is burning close to a mobile home park in Gorman. Today in LA is live on the ground following this firefight and the freeway closures.
And let's now go ahead and check in with meteorologist Shanna Mendiola, who's tracking those conditions and the winds that firefighters are facing right now and the impact here.
Yeah, so the winds I don't think are a major problem, but there are some winds there, and any little gust can fuel flames here and create that fire to grow. We also have very dry brush in the area, and so that's what the firefighters are having to deal with this morning. The good news, if there is any good news in this situation, is the fact that it is much cooler. It's still about 67 degrees. We've got high humidity at this time at 51%, and the wind gust is about 15 miles per hour. So it's nothing like those uncontrollable winds that we saw in January, which are very difficult to fight. For here, it's more so the topography, the dry brush, as well as the fact that we've got, again, warmer temperatures on the way this afternoon. So we'll continue to monitor the situation out there. Robin will have an update on the freeway on the 5, letting you know what to expect there. But in terms of temperatures here today, in that area, we're expecting hotter temperatures. So inland, it's going to be in the 90s, 80s for you in Los Angeles, 70s at the beaches, and in the desert, it's about 99 degrees, which is a little cooler than yesterday's triple-digit numbers. Slowly but surely, we are cooling down, and we will continue the trend into the weekend. More details on that in your 7-day forecast on the way. Over to Robin.
Thank you, Shanna. Just got an update from CHP. We've gone from having all lanes open near the King Fire to having the 2 right lanes closed again. This is happening right now. Northbound 5 between Vista Del Lago and Smoky Bear Road. They're closing down the 2 right lanes as that fire is getting closer and closer to the freeway. As we check out the maps, we see some slow traffic there passing the scene. The southbound side is open, but the fire is visible from the southbound side as well. I would avoid traveling along this stretch if you can. If not, just plan ahead. Leave early. You're getting through on the northbound side. But once again, it's starting to back up now that we have this new closure in place. Still tracking a stalled big rig being cleared. A traffic alert for this. This is on the Martin side of the 5 at Templin Highway. It hit the sand barrels. Your 2 right lanes closed until 7. No major delays. I'll track your drive time for Santa Clarita and Valencia coming up in a little bit. Adrian, Camilla, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Robin. 5:33.
With that school day forecast for areas like Reseda and in the valley. Off to school, we do have the clouds here this morning, 64 degrees. Lunchtime temperatures will be warmer at 80. Reason is because we're already going to see the sunshine, and that's going to heat us up through the afternoon. Heading home here today in the valley, about 85 degrees. So things are slightly cooler than yesterday. And that's going to be the story of the day. We continue a cooling trend here on this Thursday. Burbank, you're also back to school, 66 degrees this morning. You will stay in the 60s till about 9 o'clock, and then 70s return to your forecast at lunchtime around 11. 79 by 1, and this afternoon, all the kiddos enjoying some 80s here at 3 o'clock. A quiet day with light wind, just a warm one by the afternoon, and a cool start to the day. So from the coast of the basin and inland, we're starting off with that gloom, that marine layer, the nice little feeling of cooler weather before things heat up. Once we get to the afternoon, your highs start to heat up too, to the 70s at the beaches, 83 in LA, Orange County, the valleys at 93. Getting to the higher elevations, the high desert and mountains starting off a little bit different with more sunshine. Deserts get to about 75 to start, and then by the afternoon, you'll get close to 100 at 99. But everyone dry today. We are looking slightly cooler, and we continue that all the way through the weekend. Another warming trend following that, which I'll take a look at here coming up. Let's send it over to Robin, 5:39 on the clock.
Hey, Shanna, it's picking up. Drive time's going up. Not bad, but we're checking in on the 105 this time around. You're at 20 minutes right now heading westbound as you leave Norwalk from the 605 split connecting over to LAX. It's not going to be a problem, but we have busier traffic as we're getting closer and closer to the 6 a.m. hour. The 91 wide open between the 5 and the 110. No problems for the 405. It's looking good, leaving Los Alamitos heading toward Culver City. We're also seeing the drive time increase for the 210 as you come away from Glendora, continuing toward Pasadena. No problems, just some busy traffic there. And the 215, earlier I showed you the construction zone on the northbound side of the 215. That was between the MLK exit and the 91 split. The lanes were reduced, and that really started the backup. And even though the construction has picked up, the commute traffic started to fill in, and so it just never really recovered. We're at 32 minutes right now for that northbound connection between the 74 and the 91. Adrian, back to you.
All right, thank you, Robin. Arrested Might be a while.
Have you, Shanna?
No, I haven't.
I still think I remember that video of it going in circles. I think it was near the Phoenix
Yeah, that just
airport.
gives
I'm
me
like,
anxiety. I
take a
just
break.
Again, trust issues. I don't know if I trust being stuck in a car and going in circles and not being able to control it. So
Freak me out a little bit.
yeah, I'll let other people try it out first before we perfect it, and then maybe I'll get in a Waymo car. We'll see. Okay, everybody. Sunrise is going to be at 6:14 here this morning, so that means we're still cool. We still have those gray clouds outside, and once the sun rises, a lot of us west of the mountains are going to be nice and gray. Above the clouds in the deserts and the mountains, you'll be able to see that sunrise today, but don't worry if you need the sun. We will be getting that around mid-morning to the lunchtime hour, similar to yesterday. And sunset today about 7:40, so we've got 13 hours and 26 minutes to enjoy the day. 2 minutes short of what we had yesterday, so sunsets are a little bit earlier and earlier. Late week cooling trend, we are seeing that straight through the weekend where temperatures are falling 5 to 10 degrees below normal. We started this yesterday. It's going to be a little bit more obvious today and tomorrow, and even bigger forecast change for you this weekend. So if you like the cool weather, we've got that all the way through Sunday. Now it's just going to be till Sunday because next week we are going to heat back up and we've got temperatures on the rise again. Where we're in the 90s today, like the desert, you're going to go back to the triple digits. And in the Inland Empire, some of you will also be hitting those triple-digit numbers, but not till we get to Monday, so we've got some time before we get there. Morning clouds helping to keep it cool west of the mountains. Right now, we're in the 60s from the coast of the basin and inland. And in Los Angeles downtown this afternoon, we'll be at about 83. 77 in Long Beach, 75 in Irvine. Anaheim, not too bad, about 81 degrees today, and Van Nuys, 87. So everyone looking at a slightly cooler forecast for your Thursday. Gets cooler tomorrow and through the weekend. There's a look at what to expect for LA and Orange County. As LA students go back to school, it's nice and cool this morning, 65 degrees under those clouds. Light sweater or jacket maybe, and then this afternoon won't need it with those 80s on the way. Temperatures to the low 80s here Saturday, Sunday. Then we heat things up again next week. Mid to upper 80s on the way Monday through Wednesday. Coastal temperatures in the 70s. Here's a look at the valleys where we're going to be in the 80s today. 90s again next week. You can see the trend going up here for the IE as well. First going down, then we go up. We're going to cool to those 80s first, then we'll get back up to those temperatures that are close to the triple-digit numbers. Desert communities also a little bit cooler, low 90s by the weekend, triple-digit heat by Wednesday. And then we've got the mountain forecast also looking a little bit cooler today. We keep cooling down this weekend, some nice, beautiful 70s for your Saturday and Sunday. So if you have any plans to head up to the mountains, it's going to be a great weekend to do it. And then we'll heat up next week. So go ahead and enjoy the forecast that we've got here right now. Nice and quiet, typical summertime weather in SoCal. 5:53 on the clock. Time for Robin's traffic. What you got, Robin?
Not so quiet on the road. We're still tracking a traffic alert, Shanna. An injury accident involving a big rig that spun out and hit the sand barrels rolling through the Martins area on South 5 at Tipton Highway. Debris, sand, still scattered across lanes, and we're waiting for a tow truck to clear the big rig. So a traffic alert in place with the 2 right lanes closed until 7 a.m. So it'll be a little sluggish there. Also, we've been covering the King fire burning in Gorman. We had all lanes open on the 5, but they blocked off 2 lanes once again. North 5 between Vista del Lago and Smoky Bear Road. CHP has closed off those 2 right lanes as that fire is getting closer and closer to the freeway. So leave early if you're traveling along that stretch. The 10 recovering from a crash near Normandy. We're up to 20 minutes for your westbound connection from East LA off to the 405 connector. Camilla, back to you.
All right, Robin, thanks so much.
We have breaking news right now at 6 a.m. An explosive fire burns buildings, cars, and prompts evacuation warnings near Gorman.
We are live with this growing threat and why firefighters are having trouble getting this one under control.
LAUSD, thanks so much for joining us and good morning. I'm Adrian Rambulo.
And I'm Camilla Rambaldi in for Lynette Romero today. And meteorologist Shanna Mendiola is in for Belen this morning, tracking your forecast, cooler temperatures, and it's the first day of school, so it's a good combination.
We got a lot going on here today. At least it's not blazing hot outside right now. That'll be later for some locations. But today we start off with the cool trend and the marine layer, which keeps us nice and cool. So let's get over to Long Beach. I can show you that we do have thick marine layer there for you right now. And temperature's nice and cool. So you start off the day on a mild note. It's about 68 degrees outside there for you in LBC. And your hour-by-hour forecast showing some 60s till we get to about 10 o'clock here today. So we can enjoy the mild temperatures till we get to lunchtime. Lunchtime temperatures will start to warm to the low 70s. The sun will start shining right around the afternoon hours and you'll get to about 75. So really pleasant conditions at the coast. Inland you go, we are going to be warmer, but less hot than what we've seen all week long. We're starting this cooling trend, which will bring us down through the weekend and make it real nice for us. So from the coast of the basin and inland this morning, we start off with the 60s and that fog. If you're in the deserts and mountains, you start off with the sunshine. You're a little bit warmer in the high desert at this time. Now this afternoon, 75 on the way for a lot of locations, like we mentioned, the beaches, but it could be as cool as 73. 83 for you in LA, Orange County Valley forecast, 93 today, and the desert's coming in at 99. A nice first day of school forecast for everyone. Make sure the kids have a light jacket or sweater this morning and a nice bottle of water as they head to the afternoon and things start to heat up. Robin, what you got here with traffic?
Hey, that's great advice for the kids. And I'll also add, look both ways before you cross the street and always make eye contact with drivers. Don't forget that, kiddos. Right now, we're checking in on a traffic alert. Big rig crash. It's been working for over an hour now. The 5. This is southbound right around Templin Highway, rolling out of the Martins area. Sand and debris scattered across lanes. So your right lanes, your 2 right lanes, close until 7 a.m. No major delays, but we'll keep our eyes on it for you. Also, as we track the Gorman fire, we have 2 lanes now blocked on the 5 north between Vista del Lago and the Smoky Bear Road exit, as well as those on-ramps. They will be closed until further notice as that fire is getting closer and closer to the freeway. That's only for the northbound side. The southbound side for now completely open. 33 minutes Santa Clarita to East LA, 44 minutes for the 14. Palmdale off to the Newhall Pass. We'll check more drive times coming up in a bit. Adrian, back to you.
Robin, thank you. 601.
Update: passengers on a Breeze Airways flight are happy they finally landed at LAX. They were 7 hours late yesterday after being diverted to Colorado because of an unruly passenger.
6:07 on the clock, and kiddos getting ready for the first day of school. LAUSD is back, and we are going to be seeing temperatures at average for us. Feeling real nice out there for your afternoon, starting off with the morning fog, but today about 83 degrees in LA. Have a great first day. We'll have the rest of your forecast coming up.
Also coming up after the break, we'll check in on the 405 through Long Beach. Just got a word of a new crash in the northbound direction involving a driver that crashed into the embankment. Details coming up. Stay with us.
From curved canopies to sun sails and pop-up tents, Shade LA is gearing up for the World Cup, the Super Bowl, and LA 28. The USC-led initiative is launching a student design competition.
So the goal is to reimagine solutions for extreme heat during outdoor events. Winners will receive recognition and have their work displayed. Registration opens September 1st. But always a good idea to kind of get the ball rolling with this, especially with these mega events coming here to Southern California, because this time of year, you know, especially when we have the Summer Olympics here, I mean, it is going to be so hot. So you need any kind of break from that heat that you can get.
Those resources are so important because we know just how hot it can get.
Yeah, right, Shanna?
That's right, especially during the summer. And we've seen some really warm temperatures here lately. It's starting to cool down, though, so your headlines including a cool down due to the fact that we have that fog this morning. Thank you, Maureen Lair, for doing that for us. We love it. We see it usually in June and July. We're in August, so we're seeing the morning fog back in the forecast. This afternoon, we will see the sunshine. So it's one of those days where we start off gray, but we get the sun to clear those clouds here as we head to the lunchtime hour for a lot of locations. And then we've got warmer temperatures for your afternoon. But overall, we're going to see at or below average temperatures for the next few days into the weekend. And then we've got the changes where we're all going to get warmer once again for the new work week. Looking at the temperature trend, I'll show you what we've got here. If you live in West Covina, the valleys, 80s for the next few days. From Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're going to be again cooling down. Now we get that climb again as we start the new work week. 90s are coming back, so we're only going to get it for a few days. It's summer after all, and also August, our typically warmest month of the year. No heat alerts, but we still have a beach hazard statement we want to tell you about. This was it's supposed to expire last night, but we're seeing it get extended till 2 a.m. tonight. It's 2 a.m. Friday-ish. Could be seeing waves up to 7 feet for those south-facing beaches of LA, Ventura County. 36 foot sets otherwise, and the dangers will be those rip currents and breaking waves, which could be dangerous to swimmers and again increase the risk of drowning. So just keep that in mind. Orange County temperatures on the sand here today. Dana Point through Laguna Beach, beautiful forecast once we clear those clouds. About 72 degrees today for Laguna Beach, 73 Huntington Beach, water temperature 68 to 72, and the waves about 3 to 6 foot. All right, LA County, 73 for you, Manhattan Beach, Venice, 74. We've got 72 in Zuma Beach with water temperatures up to 71. And your beach forecast, again, looking good. Just the waves a little bit higher, so take it easy if you're going out there and you don't expect to swim. We've got the clouds with us this morning, extended into the foothills, but we see it back away as we head to the afternoon. We repeat this tomorrow and straight to the weekend, but we expect those clouds to get thicker and thicker day by day. And that's why your weekend forecast is going to be slightly cooler than what we're seeing today. Getting some upper 70s by Saturday and Sunday in LA. That's going to feel nice. But today we're about 83 degrees here in downtown, which is a degree cooler than average. Taking it. We love it. 93 degrees for you in Riverside. Close to triple digit numbers for the deserts, but not quite there. We're taking it down where yesterday we were in the triple digits. Ventura County, you're looking at some 80s through Thousand Oaks, 60s for Oxnard, so even cooler there. It's just hot towards Santa Clarita, and we are monitoring those fire conditions up near Gorman. So if you head up the 5 freeway, it's going to be much hotter up in that direction. Some 90s by the afternoon, but good news is right now, firefighters have that cooler air to help them out. So we'll monitor again and keep an update on that for you. All right, looking at those temperatures ahead, I'll step out of the way to show you LA Orange County. We're cooling down through the weekend, then we're warming it up starting Monday. Back to almost 90 degrees by next Wednesday in LA. The valleys, that means things are heating up even more. We'll be 90 already on Monday and close to triple digits by Wednesday. So stay with us for updates on that. Desert communities nice and sunny, hot there, and the mountains also looking warm, but very pleasant this weekend in the mid to upper 70s. That's been your forecast. It is 6:16 on the clock. Let's get this day started. Robin's got you updated on traffic.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get this day started, but we have to hit the road early so we can be on time. Just got a word of a new crash here on the northbound side of the 405 at Lakewood. Looks like a driver crashed into the embankment. That person is out of the vehicle, so watch out for that activity. No injuries, thank goodness. So I'll be tracking that drive. No major delays, but I would still leave a little bit early. We're up to 41 minutes for North 405 to connect from Los Alamitos through the scene of the crash that I just showed you and continuing up toward Culver City. This is pretty good news if you're heading to LAX this morning. The 91 drive time on the rise, 24 minutes heading west for your connection between the 5 and the 110. South 5 looks fantastic, leaving the 170 split continuing to East LA. That's not going to be a problem. The 110 from the 5 to the 105 looking good too. A quick 14-minute trip for that connection. These are normally the first 3 freeways that start stacking up early in the morning. So we're starting to see the typical crowd. They have a long drive coming from Palmdale, Oak Hill, Riverside for the 91. So these numbers are going up, but it's all considered normal. Just under an hour for the 91 west from Riverside heading over to Buena Park. Camilla, back to you.
Robin, thank you.